purpose of today's meeting is to bring together a lot of different stakeholders, and some issues that we're talking about, like publication of data, there's obviously different perspectives in terms of some groups saying that there should be full transparency, whereas others raising issues around commercial confidentiality. So the purpose is to get the right balance so EFSA can be as transparent as possible.
EFSA, in this role as risk assessment, has a very clear requirement and responsibility to be as transparent and open as it can.
EFSA's opinion has an impact on the life of all the citizens and all the people living in the EU and beyond. It has an impact on our health. It has an impact on the environment we live in. So it is very important that EFSA works transparently.
EFSA in particular makes a difference to our industry when we are talking about emergencies. EFSA has an emerging risk group. We have an interest that EFSA comes forward very quickly with an initial assessment to put the things in the right context.
We are open towards transparency, and if only it does not undermine the protection of commercially important business information.
And I think it's important that the visibility of those who are dealing with the dossiers and passing them on to the panel is as transparent as visible as possible.
I think people really want to know not just the conclusions of EFSA, but they want a much greater understanding of how EFSA reached those conclusions. So they want far more insight into the data that EFSA looks at, the studies it accepts, the studies that it rejects.
There have been some vigorous discussions about what should and should not be in the public domain.
I myself doubt whether more information, more transparency will lead automatically to feeling of comfort and trust in public health.
What we would like to see is if these discussions will lead to serious commitments to improve and to establish real transparency in EFSA work.
We need to take a step forward or two regarding transparency while taking on board views of the different stakeholders as much as possible, and that's why this meeting was so important.
I think EFSA is the cornerstone of risk assessment in food safety, and anything which can be done to improve the process and improve the visibility of what is already a very tight system has to be a good thing.
I think it's very important that EFSA doesn't use events like this to say, look, it's opened the doors to wider scrutiny, it's had various opinions tabled, but actually goes away and does the same old thing.
I think the fact that they're actually here and they're open to discussion, to criticism, and ready and willing to act on consumers and other stakeholders' concerns is already a step in the right direction.